Good morning everyone. I'm Devna, a student from ES branch of BS degree conducted by IITM. Today we'll be doing experiment number 1 where the main objective is to measure the VTC or voltage transfer character of NAND gate which is present in IC 7400 and to check the continuity of the circuit. And here we have the circuit diagram. In the circuit diagram we have trim pot, IC 7400 voltmeter. Here we'll use multimeter. And the trim pot also serves as variable resistance. Here, the pin 1 and pin 2 serve as the input voltage sources, and the pin 3 is the output voltage source, the voltmeter to read the output voltage source reading. And now, I have constructed the circuit which matches the circuit diagram exactly. And here, the trim pot is directly connected to the IC 7400. The pin 2 of the trim pot is connected to the pin 2 of the IC 7400. The pin 7 of IC is connected to the ground, so is the pin 3 of the trim pot. The pin 1 of the trim pot and the pin 14 of the IC is connected to the input voltage source strip, also called VCC strip. And now I'll be using the Adlan 1000 for the voltage source as the voltage source. Here we have made the connections and we'll be connecting it to the circuit. The ground, okay, the 5 volt is connected to the VCC strip which serves as the input, and then the ground is connected to the ground side. Okay. So, and now we will measure the connectivity of this circuit system using a multimeter. The beep sound here naturally tells us the circuit is completely connected in every end. We have checked between the trim pots, the ICs and everything using the red and black probe wires. And now we have to take the voltage reading, the V input, which is necessary so that we can plot the VTC graph. And so we'll be connecting this to a voltmeter and we will connect the black probe to the ground, which is adjacent to the IC's pin 7, and we'll connect the red probe to the pin 2 which serves as the input voltage source. And from this connection we get to observe that the voltage readings happen to be 0.16 volt, which is the V input. And for the V output, we will connect it with the pin 3 in the voltage source, which serves as the V output. And here it happens to be 4.35 volt, which is naturally good. And then we can change the value of the input voltage source by tuning the trim pot. We can rotate it anti-clockwise to increase the voltage and clockwise to decrease the voltage. Here I have taken the V input now as 0.01, and now I'll connect the red probe to the pin 3 of the IC, and as you can see we get 4.35 volts, which is a good thing here. And then we have the graph which has been plotted for this experiment which we carried out between the input voltage and the output voltage sources. So the input voltage source when we took the reading happened to be 0.1, which is also 0.02, which is same, and we got 4.31, the same thing we got here. This similarly, when we took 0.16, we got 4.35, which is nearly same value we got here. And then when we take the graph for this, we get the graph which looks like this between the input voltage source and output voltage source, which is the VTC graph, which we measured here successfully. And so that concludes our experiment. Thank you.